Hello everyone and welcome to Life Begins at 20. My name is Mark and today we have the Dimir cards within my cube. Now each of these guilds has been broken up into individual videos which has been voted for on Twitter, so thank you all to who voted on there. There will be a link in the description below for the playlist with all of them in there so you can watch them all at your own convenience. So I won't waste any more time, so let's just get stuck in. There has been 3 changes within this section in my cube. We're going to start off with Ashiok, the Nightmare Weaver here. This hasn't changed, it's just an amazing Planeswalker for these colour combinations. So for 1 blue and a black, you've got 3 loyalty. Exile the top 3 cards of a target opponent's library. That's really nice, and you can just get rid of a load of their threats, and you're not helping anybody with any potential graveyard strategies. -X is you get to put a creature card with converted mana cost X exiled this way onto the battlefield under your control, making it a nightmare as well. And that's really nice because you could potentially put a massive threat that your opponent has or has been trying to get hold of onto the battlefield. And then -10, exile all cards from opponents' hands and graveyards. And you know, I haven't seen the ultimate come off, to be perfectly honest, because I'm more interested in the +2, getting a load of value from there, and then the -X to really, you know, hit home with something big the opponent has. Next up, we've got Baleful Strix. Again, a blue and a black for a 1/1 flying death touch. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. So there's a lot of value here, and it's a perfect blocker to get rid of something bigger. Next up, we've got Prized Amalgam. So it's a 3/3 for 1 blue and a black. And whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it entered from your graveyard or you cast it from your graveyard, you get to return this as well. So you get a lot of value out of this card. To be perfectly honest, I probably need to put a few more things into the colours to get a lot more use out of this, but there are a fair few recurring creatures anyway within black, plus if you ever have anything on the lines of reanimating or something along those lines, that is going to really help. Next up, we've got Nightveil Spectre. So for either 3 blue, 3 black, or a mixture of, you've got a flying 2/3. Enters, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles the top card of his or her library, and you can play the cards as well that have been exiled. So again, you're going to get a lot of extra value out of this. Next up, we've got Shadowmage Infiltrator. Again, this one hasn't changed. It's a 1/3 with Fear for 1 blue and a black, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Again, that's a nice upside to dealing damage, and with Fear, it should be able to get through a few times as well. Next up, we've got the new cards that have come in. So we've got ourselves Consuming Aberration here, which was recommended to me by one of my viewers. I swapped this out for Diagraph Captain because I was just removing the number of zombies that I had within my cube, and this was a card that was definitely recommended and has done some great work. So for 3 a blue and a black, its power and toughness is equal to the number of cards in your opponent's graveyards. Again, it's going to get bigger and bigger. It's probably better in Commander because you're going to have a bigger creature, but it's still going to get bigger and bigger with the things that blue and black want to do. And whenever you cast a spell, each opponent reveals cards from the top of his or her library until he reveals a land card, puts all of those cards into the graveyard. So again, you're going to be able to get yourself a very, very big creature. I'm not the biggest fan of Mill per se, but this one's just about usable. I don't mind that one in the slightest. Next up, we've got Dragon Lord Silumgar. Is a foil as well. We are trying very hard to show that. It does look very, very nice in foil. So again, this is a new card that has been brought in. It got rid of Gisa and Geralf because, again, I was just reducing the number of zombies that I was putting into my cube and just improving the overall power level. So for 4 blue and a black, it's a 3/5 flying death touch, and when it enters the battlefield, you get to gain control of target creature or planeswalker as long as you control him. So that's a really, really nice thing to do, especially if you can bring him in when their opponent's planeswalker, which has been done in games that I've played, they're ready to ultimate the next turn. You bring him in, steal the planeswalker, and ultimate yourself. That's just really fun play. And last up, we've got Agony Warp, which is another 4 we managed to pick up from Modern Masters 2017, and it's just a little bit of a decent, different piece of removal. I used to have Far and Away. I've put this one in now because, you know, target creature gets -0, -3, -0, and also -0, -3 until the end of turn. So it's going to be able to get potentially blocking something a little bit bigger and reducing the damage coming in. Plus, you know, he's going to get -3 on another creature if you wanted to do that, or you can just end up removing a creature with it as well. So it has got a little bit of versatility being used in there, and to be perfectly honest, it's doing a decent enough job, but I may end up seeing what Far and Away does again now that I've updated my cube and we can just swap around, but this one does a pretty decent job. So there we have all the Dimir cards within my cube, and like I said, the cube is playing so much better now than it was in the previous iteration, and I can't thank you all enough for the suggestions that you all made. It's really helped make my cube a much better playing experience, and all the suggestions that have been made so far within the primary colours of my cube have been really well received. I've got a list that's already pretty big of changes that I'd like to make and cards that I'm aiming to get towards, so again, thank you all so much. I would just like to take this moment to thank my Patreons of the channel. I can't thank you enough for the help and support that you're giving me. If you'd like to do the same, head over to patreon.com/lifebegins@20, and there'll be a link in the description below for that as well, where there are plenty of rewards to choose from. With your support, we can really push to make this channel even better. Be sure to check out our sponsor, 5colorcombo.com, for a great range of Magic the Gathering accessories with stunning artwork, plus a great app to draft and create decks on the fly. Use the referral code LifeBegins@20 for 5% off. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. With your support, we can really help this channel to grow. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.